Hey UEFA, it's Aussie Villain, the Grindavik manager. We play in the Europa League? Right. Now look, we're about to face Wolves, and well, I just don't think it's going to look very good for your competition if we get ripped apart here. So I think maybe it's in everybody's best interest if we get some sort of a head start. Hey guys, I'm Aussie Villain and welcome back to Grindavik on the Impossible Dream. It's Season 4, Episode 12 today, the final episode of the season as we end against Wolverhampton, at home it is at least, in the Europa League. And I'm scared, I've got to say. We're going to have our end of season awards and of course our goal of the season competition as well. But I wanted to start on Club Vision because you will see informal objectives: build a new stadium. Now, it has been told to me that this is going to be a long process. They've got to find somewhere to put the stadium, but I mean, I didn't ask for it. It's purely off the back of the board, and hopefully that's going to go through. And I mean, the bigger stadium that we get, the more money we can potentially get from gate receipts, and yeah, we can go from there. So really excited with that. So yeah, we'll just keep you posted, but that is all very exciting. Now, of course, next episode we're going to have a transfer special. We have got some transfers ready to come in. I'm not going to show you those until next episode. So that pretty much just leaves us one thing to do. That is to catch up how we got on at Ibrox when we faced Rangers. So let's go see how we did. We fell behind early, and it was 2-0 just before half-time. Beaver and Huggins combined for Stefansson to pull one back, but Rangers got a third. So corners just absolutely ripped us in this one. I've tried to fix it. The problem is we just, all of our defenders, well, not defenders, our players in general, we have no height, we have no strength. It's something I will obviously look to try and fix. But it's not really been a problem until we got to Europe, and it's just been brutally exposed for us. Other than that, I mean, we were outplayed, obviously. Let's not pretend that we weren't. But to only concede from corners, there's a part of me that thinks, well, you know what? We know what the problem is, and we can maybe look to fix that. So it wasn't maybe the end of the world. Morty Mortensen played in goal for this one. The reason for that is that Bjornsson has now officially retired. He's left the club, obviously, but he's retired. And also, Origi can't play for us because his loan's going to expire, which obviously, but I thought we'd extended it to the end of the European campaign, and he can't play anyway. So that's annoying, but anyway, gives him some game time. That turned out to be Marmot's last game as well. He got a booking, which meant he was suspended for this Wolves game. He was already out of contract, so we just finished it earlier, just released him. So that brings us to today's game against Wolverhampton. What could possibly go wrong? And this is the team we're going to send out. We'll see it momentarily. We're expecting a 4-4-2 from them. How very English of them. And, well, we're going to try and counter that by playing this way. We're also just trying something out. You'll notice we've got, I forgot to, we've had our end of season break, and I forgot to do friendlies before the Rangers game, so this has happened. But anyway, it's Morty Mortensen continuing in goal. Origi can't come in. So he's going to go in goal for this one. Monte, Adel Steinson, and Antonsen are going to try them as a back three. Huggins down the right, Collar as the young kid down the left. It's going to be Sayas, Capiello, and Amy and Allmarkson in midfield. Karasson and Rocky will be the two that go up front. The reason we don't see Stefansson there is he's injured. He has 3 days. I think he might be sick. He's got a cold. So there's nothing we can do. If he's sick, he's sick. He can't play. So we'll give Rocky and Karasson a go up front. So we can see the team sheet there. It's going to be a good side, isn't it? So maybe the less we look at it, the less we'll be scared. I did have a look at the wages that their players are on. They had 7 players that are on double our weekly budget. Not what we're paying currently, but what we're able to pay. So obviously there's not much chance. Well, maybe there is. Maybe they're going to be a little bit complacent about things, and we can nick a result. Who knows? And as expected, in Iceland in mid-January, the pitch looks a little cold, doesn't it? So we'll see what happens here, but yeah, it's going to be a tough one to finish. Like I say, we didn't do terribly against Rangers. It is just set pieces, and there's, as I say, and the roof still looks pretty good. No frost up there either, so obviously some top of roof heating has been some under ceiling heating has been installed. But yeah, we're at the National Stadium. This isn't a new stadium, just in case you're wondering. But yeah. Oh, the other thing that's happened is our Cameroonian Ahmed, whatever his name was that I couldn't say, I've released him as well. He wasn't training well. He was on a non-contract. I didn't really want to offer him a permanent deal at the club, so we just released him. So that's happened, and I'm okay with that. And he kind of served his purpose. He wasn't terrible for us, to be fair. And if we gave him a full-time contract, I'm sure he would develop, you know, sort of train on a little bit more and be a good player for us. And we've just about got away with that one. But yeah, as it turns out, it just didn't quite work out for him. Cresswell does not want to come back on loan. Neither does Birchall. Now, I can't play either. I think Cresswell's actually already left. And I can't play Birchall because his loan's going to expire, which is just the stupidest rule ever. Origi, though, might be willing to come back. So we're going to try and do that. I've been having a look at goalkeepers. I've done a lot of sort of it's off the crossbar. Pre-transfer special sort of scouting, and like I say, we've got one or two that have already agreed to come in. So in terms of goalkeepers, there was no one particularly that much better than Origi, and of course with Origi we don't have to pay anything, so I'm thinking as long as he agrees to come back, I probably will look to get him back as Morty Mortensen, making a nice save there from Gabby Barbosa. And, I mean, it has been all of them. Oh, and Allmarkson's injured. Hopefully nothing too serious. We'll get Halkson, or do we get Turpitson on? Let's get Turpitson on. He's done quite well. Halkson, by the way, is training on nicely as well. It's not that he's not doing well. Looking at that, we should probably bring him on. But we'll get Turpitson again. Try and help him develop a little bit. And, of course, I'm still very grateful for him. Oh, Morty Mortensen has made a save, and in the end, it's going to be an own goal, is it? Sayas, it was bouncing around in there, and that's a little bit unlucky. It's post. I'm not even sure if Mortensen did make a save. It's just a ricochet in the end. It's another set-piece corner type thing. And yeah, I mean, like I say, I know what the problem is. I mean, it's if you didn't know what the problem is, then you probably shouldn't bother playing the game anymore. But yeah, it's just, we can't do anything about it right now because it wasn't something that was really obvious. It didn't look like a weakness in the league. It didn't look like in the weakness at any point in qualifying in Europe. Oh, that's a good finish. And hopefully now we're not going to fall in a heap, having done quite well to hold them for the best part of the first half. But yeah, we'll try and figure it out now, try and do our best to fix the problem. In terms of positions, I'm looking to strengthen. I think we do need a striker. Rocky, and we're kind of seeing it here, has not looked good. As I signed him to sort of be the backup, but the problem is that he's not looked good unless he's sort of playing from a wide area as an inside forward. He has looked good playing from there, but what I really wanted was someone to sort of come in and sort of share the duty with Stefansson up top. So what I'd like to do, as Antonsen doesn't really do enough there, does he? Is get a striker with a little bit more height about them, so we have that second option of what we can do, the sort of way we can play. I'm wondering, looking at the pitch a little bit, if what we might want to do here is just go a little bit more direct and maybe not. We've got quite a few. We'll just. I think it's going to go. It is going to go. Just go a little bit more direct and just see if that helps us a little bit. Might not. Might. We'll find out. I have noticed this playing in that League Cup where we sort of play in similar conditions, that sometimes if you just go a little bit more direct, it seems to help us. Now a corner, which will almost certainly mean a goal because we are terrible at defending them. And it is 3-0 now, which does seem a little bit harsh on us given how that first half went. And yeah, just no one's able to win anything in the air. One other thing I'm hoping, sort of a benefit, I suppose, of being a professional team now is that we might get a little bit better physically as well. Sayas is not having a good day, so let's get Halkson on for him. 70 minutes, the game's gone. Let's maybe have a look at some youngsters. Do we have another right-sided player we can bring on? Not really, not a fullback. All right, we're going to take Rocky off, and I'm going to give Where is he? We'll give this kid a game. I'll show you him in just a second because he is looking like he could have a little bit of potential about him. Good finisher. Again, no physical attributes at all, but we'll see how he gets on. And that's probably all we want to do, isn't it? We'll just encourage them. And, well, yeah, we know what we need to do to try and fix things for Europe next year. And it's been the same sort of case here, hasn't it? Two free kicks, I should say, corners, and just not able to win the ball in the air. Now, Monte and Antonsen are better. I mean, Monte's had a good game here. I think he's probably our #1 centre-back just now. And, yeah, I mean, it could have been worse, to be honest, but we didn't threaten them at all, did we? So there we go. The season ends on a little bit of a bummer, but hopefully we'll come back against domestic opposition now and do much, much better. So there it is. We finished the Europa League campaign 35th of 36. So we didn't come bottom, a -15 goal difference, which isn't great. But we did manage to get 2 points. So youthful Grindavik come unstuck. The Allmark injury is, it's a little bit worse than I thought it was going to be at just a month or so. Allmarkson's hurt himself again. That kid that came off the bench has made his professional debut. And, I mean, God, Karasson being gold, as I say, it's not the end of the world. And he does tend to play against teams that we don't score many against anyway. So that does it for the season. Overall, I'd say it's been decent. Finances obviously look quite good. And it is time now for the end of season awards, so I will see you for those momentarily. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Grindavik end of season awards. Thank you everybody. Thank you so much. No, thank you everybody. Thank you and welcome to our end of season awards. It's I feel a little bit like a beaten dog right now. You know, it's been a long time since it felt like we won a game, but you know, ultimately, it's been a successful season. We retained our title, which is excellent. We qualified. We went so far in Europe, you know, and we've done very well to get where we got to. And then ultimately, it was a little bit of a step too far. But the boys have been fantastic. They're all full-time professionals now as well. So let's give them all a big round of applause. Congratulations, guys. You've had a really good year. You don't have to feel like it right now. So the first award this evening is the Golden Pen for this season's signing of the year. And could this be the last year that the first signing of the year, the Golden Pen winner is a free transfer? Possibly, who knows? But anyway, little debate, I don't think, who it was this season. Congratulations, the Golden Pen goes to Matthias Rocky. Next up, it's the Harvard Meyer Award, the winner of the Golden Card for this season's player with the worst discipline. And without the great man at the club anymore, we had to get a new winner. And, well, this man, 6 yellows, 1 red, stood in admirably. He stood in well. So the winner is Louis Cresswell. The next award is the Golden Bullseye, awarded to the player with the most passes per 90 minutes. And, well, this guy, I feel like he let me down a little bit in Europe, but it was a big step up for him. 90 passes per 90 minutes. That is, if my maths is correct, 1 pass per minute on average. Congratulations, Anna Adelsteinson. Admirably. The next award is the Golden Spoon, awarded to the man who feeds the strikers, the man with the most assists. And, well, with Moa departing the club, I've got to say, there was a real drop-off in the assists for this year, which maybe explains why the title race was so close. But anyway, with 8 assists, the Golden Spoon goes to the recently also departed Johan Marmot. The next award is the Golden Anchor, awarded to the man we can rely on, the player with the highest average match rating. And this guy, I mean, sometimes it's the sublime or the ridiculous. He either just is in every highlight or there is none. So he averages out to 7.45 over the season. Congratulations go to Omar Stefansson. And now it is the medical department's time to shine with the awarding of the Golden Cross for this season's most injured player. And it was a tight run thing this year. You know, we had a lot of injuries. players out for sort of 2 months or so. In the end, missing 13% of the season, the trophy goes to one of the academy graduates, Odin Baguli. The next award is the Golden Soother for the baby of the team, this season's best young player. And to be honest, I mean, we might as well be called the Grindavik Soothers because they're all babies, aren't they? But one stood out particularly this season, and he does qualify still. He's a lot younger than you think he is. But anyway, the winner of the Golden Soother this year is Omar Stefansson. The next award is the Golden Boot, awarded for this season's top goal scorer. And, well, no surprises who it is. He had 31 goals. It is, of course, Omar Stefansson. The next award is the Horse's Ass for this season's worst player. And, well, I couldn't really pin anything on one player this year. But there was obviously something that was a glaring weakness in the side, and whoever's responsible for that, you are the Horse's Ass. So this season it goes to whoever is responsible for defending corners. I'm not responsible for that. No, I don't know who is, but it's not me. I'm not the Horse's Ass. You are. The next award is one that means so much to everybody here at the club. It is the Viewers Player of the Year, and I want to thank everybody who nominated and then voted for their Player of the Year. And, well, would you believe we have a dead heat? 50% of the vote each, so it's joint Player of the Years for Flavio Cappiello and Eric Origi. So before we get to announcing this season's Player of the Year, we do need to take a minute to acknowledge last season's Team of the Year. So if you do just direct your eyes up to the board, you will see that the goalkeeper is Bjornitsen, the back four is Marmot, Antonsen, Magoma, and Sheba. I think one of those are still at the club. The midfield is Sayas, Cappiello, and Carrison. The wingers are Moa and Ndongala, both, of course, no longer with us. And the striker is Stefansson. So congratulations to those of you in the room. You had a good season. The other guys, you played very well, I suppose, last season. I mean, it really is just slightly ridiculous. We need to do something about it. It is now time to acknowledge this season's Player of the Year, the Golden Star. And, well, it's hard to argue with the winner, to be honest. He does it time and time again, and we're lucky to have him. So congratulations. The Golden Star is Omar Stefansson. Well done. Well done. Congratulations to Omar and the rest of the winners this evening. Like I say, it doesn't feel like it right now. We have been beaten down for several months, it feels like, but ultimately, we did really well this year. The building blocks are now in place. We're a full-time team. We've got an ever-increasing coaching staff, and it's going to be a busy off-season, a short one, but a busy one, and we're going to hit the ground running next season. We're going to make sure the league title is not a close-run thing, and Europe, watch out, because we'll be back again to defend our corners a lot better. So until next season, thank you everybody in the auditorium. Thank you for you watching at home, and I'll see you all again when the league kicks off. Thank you, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your night. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm not the Horse's Ass winner. No, I refuse to take it. So there we go. End of season awards done for the year. Unfortunately, I forgot to record when the end of season thing comes up, so I don't have any of that to show you, which is, I'll learn from that. If we get to this stage in Europe again, I'll make sure that I sort of record that at the time. But anyway, you can see the best 11 here if you want to have a look at that. It's now time for goal of the season, and of course the way this works is very similar to, of course, the Viewers Player of the Year voting. There'll be a link down in the description below. There will be a link there to click on. It will take you through to a straw poll. Now there'll be 4 goals. There'll be the game that the goal that the game gave as goal of the season even, which was Odin Bagley's free kick, which you'll see in a minute. Brilliant free kick in the League Cup, I think it was last season. And then 3 others that I deem worthy. So yeah, once you've get to the end, go click on the link and I will announce what goal we have named our goal of the season at early next season. So it's going to be a busy off season. It's been ultimately a successful season. We won the league, got to the group stage in Europe. We're cashed up. And now we just need to go and find some players that know how to defend a set piece, don't we? But there we go. I don't think anybody is necessarily safe here. I could sell anything. I'm unstable. I could sell anybody and yeah, try and get in. We've just got to get beefier, don't we? We've got to be able to defend an aerial ball. So until next time, I've been Aussie Villain. Take care. And here are our top 4 goals of the 2026 season. Don't forget to vote for your favourite.